Hello, my name's Nicola Jones from Athena Professional, and I'm going to talk to you about some networking basics. What are the key features of networking? Well, networking is the creation of relationships with other professional people with the intention that the relationship be mutually beneficial. We all have informal and familial networks. Think of the people you stay in touch with from school or college. Think also of the way you use networked computers within your organisation. It's all about transferring information, sharing resources, and staying in touch. Networking in a business context is not dissimilar. It is about mutual benefit, but these are not mercenary or overtly selfishly motivated relationships. Sharing ideas, enthusiasm, expertise is key. So, networks are built on reciprocal relationships based on mutual interests. Why network? You need to know the right people. Becoming known to others is an important step in developing your persona, making positive connections and learning from people. This can happen within your firm, within your business sector, or through out-of-work activities. You also need to build relationships, develop your reputation, and work on your commercial awareness. By networking, you'll find people who can help, support, and guide you, and it may further your career. Many jobs are filled by word-of-mouth recommendations. Every person you meet offers you a little more context, a little more insight, something to learn. Networking means finding people with similar interests with whom you can forge a connection. A networking conversation can be fruitful in many ways, for example, helping you to understand different perspectives from within your business or sector, or to understand customers' ideas of value or service. So how do you network? Firstly, you don't need to be a raging extrovert to network. Someone who is prepared to listen is more likely to be a successful networker than someone who talks all the time. It may be hard for some people to embrace the process of meeting strangers, but some preparation and a sense of purpose will help here. Firstly, think about what you have to offer. What is it about your current role and life experience which sets you up as someone who might be able to help or have something of interest to say to the type of person you're likely to be meeting? Remember, this is a two-way process. Secondly, think about your objectives. Is there someone at this event you would particularly like to meet? If the event involves a presentation and networking afterwards, you might have a question or point of clarification you can use to start the conversation. So think, who do you want to meet and what do you want to achieve? Next, create and populate a map of the networks you already have. Think about the communities in which you're a member. Include all avenues of activity in your life: work, social, voluntary activity, and family. The saying goes that you're only 6 degrees of separation from the person you really need to know. So you know someone who knows someone who knows someone, etc. Look at your network as a positive asset to which you can contribute. Being aware of it will help you be more proactive and reach more people, or reach the people you know already more effectively. Next, you need to consider your objectives. Who can help you achieve your objectives? And are there any gaps? Do you need to think of a new person who might be able to help you? How can you find that person? When considering your objectives, think about who might be able to help you make progress with a particular idea or process. For example, who might know about presentation skills? Is there somebody you know who could offer you the opportunity to practice presentation skills in a non-business environment? Think about using all available networking opportunities, including digital platforms such as LinkedIn. Reviewing your network on a regular basis, for example every quarter, will help you keep your ideas fresh and your purpose clear. Finally, make a networking action plan. What will you do? When will you do it? When will you know you've been successful? This graphic will help you consider the wide range of potential areas for networking. In a digital age, our capacity to share with others is growing exponentially. Remember that when you use any social media, you are creating a digital trail. Make sure you have privacy settings switched on appropriately. Think about having multiple identities, for example, a personal Twitter account and a professional one. Think carefully about the material you post online. Positive messages will be amplified, but negative messages could be amplified also, whether intentionally or inadvertently. So always draft online posts, blogs, comments, and then reread and edit them for obvious mistakes, such as spelling mistakes which look awful online, and also for the implicit content. Ask yourself if your reader will receive the material in the way that you hope. Is there anything there which could lead them to misinterpret your meaning? Some networking tips. Set your intention, but be discerning. Be friendly, but don't necessarily harvest contacts willy-nilly. That would be exhausting and pointless. Listen to yourself and consider how strongly you feel about connecting with the people you meet. If you set your intention, you will feel purposeful and calm when approaching a networking opportunity. You might find it tempting to do all the talking in a network environment, but remember that most people like to have the opportunity to talk about their priorities and experiences too. Networking is about eliciting answers as well as offering information. Follow up. Making a connection is meaningless if you don't follow up. Make a note of the key things you learn about your contact. Think about when you might like to speak to them again and diarise the action. There is an app for that, or you could use paper and pen. Another useful tip is ask to stay in touch. Right there in the moment, literally say, would it be okay if I dropped you an email or gave you a call about that? It's highly likely that you will get a positive response. But then do make sure that you do make that contact. In conclusion, be aware, be purposeful, and have a generous spirit when approaching networking situations. Be your best self and make the most of the people in your world. Good luck.